what is up? It's Lynn. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, happy Saturday. I hope you're all having a great day so far. Well, this is messy drama that we're going to get into today about Britney Spears, Jamie Lynn Spears, and some other people surrounding them. It's really very messy, and honestly, at this point, I'm like, wow, I think this is going to be my last video on this situation. But I'm just sitting here getting into my makeup. As you can see, I'm going to put a wig on and stuff in a little while, but I'm going to start doing my bronzer contour with this Shapeshifter palette from Be Perfect, and we're going to get into the drama. There's a lot of kind of voiceover in this video because there are a lot of receipts, and honestly, you know, I had to read some of it, so there's a lot of voiceover, but I'm just like, wow, at this point this is extremely messy, like seriously messy. It's getting to the point where I really don't think that this should all be played out on social media anymore. But, you know, this is just going to be a bit of an update on the whole Britney v. Jamie Lynn situation, because it is really bad and it's really tragic to see what is going on between the two of them right now.
Jamie Lynn says as the years passed, she noticed Britney's behavior begin to change.
Words that you've used in the book to describe her behavior over your lifetime was erratic, paranoid, spiraling. How do you see your sister's state of mind currently?
I can't really speak to anyone else's state of mind. I don't think that's fair. But I'm allowed to say how I felt in those, because that matters. It matters that I was in pain.
In 2008, Britney was put into a heavily scrutinized conservatorship. Last June, before it was dissolved, Britney testified in court calling it abusive, saying, "I would honestly like to sue my family. And my family has lived off my conservatorship for 13 years.
What was your reaction when the conservatorship was dissolved?
Happy. First off, I don't understand. When it was put into place, I was 17-year-old. I was about to have a baby, so I didn't understand what was happening, nor was I focused on that. I was focused on the fact that I was a 17-year-old about to have a baby. I understand just as little about it then as I do now.
You talked in the book about the role that you were asked to play in the conservatorship.
There was a time where my sister asked me of her trust and will if I would be the person who assured that her boys got what they needed. Whether she's in a conservatorship or not, that was a very normal thing, I thought. Once I realized that, you know what, she's in a conservatorship, I felt like I just didn't want to be a part of until maybe she was out of the conservatorship. So there was no like me overseeing funds or something like that. And if that was, it was a misunderstanding. But either way, I took no steps to be a part of it. I've always been my sister's biggest supporter. So when she needed help, I set up ways to do so, went out of my way to make sure that she had the contacts she needed to possibly go ahead and end this conservatorship and just end this all for our family. If it's going to cause this much discord, why continue it?
So you didn't always agree with the conservatorship?
It wasn't about agreeing with the conservatorship. Everyone has a voice and it should be heard. So if she wanted to talk to other people, then I did. I set that up. I even spoke to her legal team, previous legal team, and that did not end well in my favor. So I did take the steps to help, but how many times can I take the steps without, you know, she has to walk through the door.
There's been speculation of a rift, many of Britney's fans attacking Jamie Lynn online.
After Jamie Lynn's TV appearance to promote her book, Britney took to social media to call Jamie Lynn out, saying that she'd been sick, but she watched Jamie Lynn on TV anyway, and that what she didn't like was that Jamie Lynn was saying that her behaviour had been erratic and out of control, saying that Jamie Lynn never had to work through anything, talking about how Jamie Lynn performed her remixes of Britney's songs, all of that when Britney was in between, you know, working on the new tour and everything. And then Jamie Lynn Spears clapped back to Britney on her own Instagram account. Responding to Britney's social media posts, Jamie Lynn wrote, "Last thing I want to be doing is this, but here we are. It's hard to see these posts, as I know the world also feels. I just wish her well. Brit, I'm always here. You know, behind the scenes, I've always been here. It's become exhausting when conversations that you have in private don't match what you have online. Quite frankly, the things being said about me are absolutely not the truth. I have to clarify that because now it's getting harder for me to rationalise to our oldest daughter why our family is getting death threats. Now, on that note, that is a little bit of a Lou Taylor move there, claiming that she's getting death threats because of all of this that she's doing against Britney. Jamie Lynn went on to say that Britney could tell the truth and just end all of this, and then said, sadly, after a lifetime of staying silent, I've come to realise this isn't going to be a reality, and I may have to set the record straight myself in order to protect mine and my family's well-being. That being said, I hate to burst my sister's bubble, but my book is not about her. I can't help that I was born a Spears too, and that some of my experiences involve my sister. I've worked hard since before I was even a teenager, and I've built my career in spite of just being someone's little sister. There are no sides and I don't want drama, but I'm speaking my truth to heal my trauma. So I can close this chapter and move forward, and I wish my sister the same. It's time to put an end to the unhealthy chaos that has controlled my life for so long. But then things got even more messy and even more chaotic when Jamie Lynn's 101 co-star decided to take to social media herself and respond to Jamie Lynn and what Jamie Lynn's been saying, the way that Jamie Lynn's been promoting this book. She wrote, I got a lot of messages about Jamie Lynn Spears' new book, eye roll emoji. I was pretty surprised to see her lying up a storm in there. I recently thought we were fine after she tried to use me in her Zoe 101 music video to make herself look better. After I finally came out about what happened to me while on set / being left out, once again during the reunion reboot. This co-star then goes on to say that they declined Jamie Lynn's offer of being included in her book, but said that she was happy to finally get an apology from Jamie Lynn. However, shortly after that, they unfollowed Jamie because she felt that the whole Britney Spears family situation was deeply saddening, and once again I felt Jamie was being fake. Her reaching out all of a sudden felt insincere. Fast forward to a few days ago, she reaches out to me asking if she could send me a gift, which I thought was super bizarre after hearing the day before her sister unfollowing her. They finished by saying, I have no idea what is going on over there, but I want absolutely nothing to do with it. Typical move for a bully to play the victim card / gaslight others while straight up lying. The co-star then responded to Jamie Lynn saying, don't send me anything, don't contact me, basically don't have anything to do with me. They didn't want anything to do with Jamie Lynn's book either. So this is all very telling. This is like alarm bell ringing stuff, you know. Tells you a little bit maybe about Jamie Lynn's character. They ended their post by saying it's sad to see somebody not change after all of these years. And somebody else who's been very vocal on social media about this whole entire thing is Britney's ex-manager, Sam Lutfi. Now, there's a post on social media by a Twitter account called Mr. Pop, and it says, electronics salesman Jamie Watson, husband of failed author Jamie Lynn Spears, randomly started texting Britney Spears' ex-manager last night. Then they've shared the text conversation between Jamie Lynn's husband and Britney's ex-manager. Sam, Britney's ex-manager, also had this to say on his own Twitter account about the Spears family and their treatment of Britney. He said they're up all night unhinged and mudslinging Britney non-stop. James Watson, who's of course Jamie Lynn's husband, texting me out of the blue, middle of the night. They really believe they got sweet revenge against Britney and they are so proud of it. Britney then took to social media once again to add a final post to her 4 previous posts that she'd put up addressing Jamie Lynn. She wrote, Jamie Lynn, congrats, babe. You stooped to a whole new level of low. I've never been around you ever with a knife, or would I ever even think to do such. The only knife I ever saw you with at home was cutting the biggest pieces of squash I ever saw in my life, and it was way too big for me to cut. So please stop with these crazy lies for the Hollywood books. Now, and only now, do I know a scum person would make up such things about someone. I'm actually very confused about you making that up, because it's honestly not like you at all. Around the kids, Jamie Lynn, seriously, come on. Congrats on introducing your sister to the concept of getting lowest, because you won that one with a trophy emoji. Then Britney's ex-manager Sam is continuing to spill the tea and post his receipts up on Twitter. This whole thing is really messy. But he shared a receipt of an email that he received from Britney's mother, Lynn, writing to him regarding looking for a job in order to quit leeching off her children. He said, "Oh, I have numerous voicemails from Lynn begging me to meet with her, FYI." Underneath the tweet he wrote, he also included a screenshot from October the 2nd, 2007 from Lynn Spears, where she was talking to Sam, Britney's ex-manager, about teaching at college level. So it was about her going to work as a teacher to stop leeching off of her children like Britney. And being as the family have accused Sam of being abusive towards Britney and them, he also shared pictures and information about times that actually Jamie Lynn had asked him to take her for a night out with her boyfriend and all of this kind of stuff. So it really didn't look like Jamie Lynn was actually scared of Sam Lutfi at all, like Jamie Lynn is claiming. It's just looking like Jamie Lynn is straight up lying about everybody at the moment. We've got Britney, who's come for Jamie. Then we've got Sam, Britney's ex-manager, who's come for the whole entire Spears family, who held Britney in that conservatorship for 13 years. And let me tell you, Sam, if you haven't seen his Twitter, he is over there and he is just putting up receipt after receipt after receipt about what actually happened, you know, with him and the Spears family. You know, given that they've accused him of being abusive towards Britney and all of this horrible, nasty stuff that they've accused him of, I'm glad that he's decided to come out and actually, you know, speak his truth as well. I mean, it's horrible that all of this is being played out on social media, you know, and it's horrible that the media is all talking about it and everything, because I feel like, you know, it must be really horrible for Britney Spears to actually see all of this happening publicly. Like, after going through it, you know, to see all of this happening publicly now, I feel like that must really kind of take a toll on a person. And I really, really hope that Britney can get some peace, because this, what I'm seeing now, is just like, as Sam said in his tweet, it is just like mudslinging from Britney's family in Britney's direction. You've got Jamie Lynn with his stupid book, and it's like, you know, give Britney a break, leave her alone. You know, what's happened has happened, but she's free now, she's out of the conservatorship, let it go, you know, let her get on with her life. This is really, really sad to see all of this being played out like this, and it's getting to the point where it's very messy and ugly to watch, in my opinion. You know, it's getting to the point where I kind of don't want to watch it anymore, because I'm like, okay, at this point I just don't think this is fair on Britney, you know, and I don't think it's fair on the children in Britney's family either. You know, at this point I'm like, this is enough. This is where I'm going to step back from this situation, because it's just like, wow, it's getting more and more and more. It's getting bigger. It's a lot. And I just feel like for everybody involved, I feel like the only way to kind of resolve this whole situation would be like family counselling or something, you know, not hashing it out on social media with each other. But, you know, of course, Britney has every right to be mad at her family after everything that they've done to her. You know, everything that we heard from Britney's court testimony, Britney is 100% valid in her feelings and having, you know, the right to speak her mind on all of this now. I just think it's unfortunate that it's all happening in public, you know, and obviously because Britney's a public figure, and then Jamie has come out very publicly with this bloody tell-all book, you know. Jamie should have just done what she did when Britney was in the conservatorship, you know. Jamie should have just sat there and ate her food. She should have just stayed quiet, not released this book, not said anything, you know, to save Britney the hassle of having to go through all of this publicly, and also to save her own family the hassle of having to go through this publicly. Now, I really don't have any kind of feeling towards Jamie Lynn, you know, that's good. I honestly think that what she's done by releasing this book is a bad faith move, in my opinion. You know, imagine if that was one of your family doing that to you, you know, imagine how you would feel. I just think it's awful that she's like betraying Britney like this. She's betraying her own sister like this right now. It's very sad to watch, very, very sad, and very uncomfortable. You know, I really just hope that Britney can be at peace and not have to worry about her family coming after her, hounding her like they are. You know, I'm so glad that Sam, the ex-manager, is speaking up as well. He's another voice speaking up for Britney, and I really like that, you know. But from everything, I'm just like, this kind of needs to stop now, in my opinion. You know, this kind of needs to chill, this one. It's really like nobody's business, you know, but Britney's, what she wants to do next. It's nobody's business but Britney's how much she wants to let the public know. But here you've got her sister with this book making it, you know, the public's business, and I really, really find that really sad and really a nasty thing to do to somebody. So I'm going to stop this video right here. I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know all your thoughts. What do you think about all of this Britney v Jamie drama? And also, what do you think about, you know, what Sam is leaking over on social media when he's coming forward with all these receipts, you know, showing up Britney's mom and everything like that? Let me know all your opinions. I love you guys. Take care, and I'm going to be doing another drama video for you a bit later, so I'll be back then. But for now, bye guys.